What's up, guys? It's been a little while, but I am here. I'm here. I actually finished these guys a few days ago, but I did not have any time whatsoever to record the video and change guide after I finished. I just didn't have time because I've been moving. For those of you who are not on my Discord server, I've been moving, but I got it. I got today free, so I figured let's record this video. I'm using a stolen playlist of music. I'm skipping this song. It's pretty good, but I don't know. I want something more chill while I what the title is bugged. Time gear cut is better. Sorry, guys. So yeah, we have Marowak, and they are way different and really fucking cool. So I'm not exactly sure where to start because it's been a while since I recorded one of these, and also I'm a bit tired right now. But I figured I don't like starting the next set of mons without recording the video first because then I'm never going to record the video. So I may as well just do it now. So usually I end up doing these. I usually end up addressing the most obvious things first or the most controversial things first. So there's two things that might be controversial in terms of the whole Marowak line. So most controversial thing, ground type, fighting typing on Marowak. It's great in my opinion, but you're always gonna have people who don't like change. It's far from the most. Sorry, I got a text. Okay, okay. It's far from the most controversial thing in my opinion. Far from it. But for those of you who don't vibe with it, the main reasons for it are number one, it helps Cantoni and Mara keep up with the lowland because it has the Ghost Fire dual stab. So now we have ground fighting dual stab. So they both have dual stab, which is a huge pro for both of them. And ground fighting is probably some of the best dual stab in the entire game. The only issue is it doesn't hit flying, but again, they have a billion rock moves to hit flying and a billion other types of coverage to hit flying. So that's not an issue for them. I actually experimented with trying to make Bone Rush or Bone Club have a Smackdowns effect, but it doesn't work. And I also thought about for like half a second of making Bone Pokemon Rock type instead of Ground. So this would be Rock fighting, and then this would stay Ghost Fire. But like, or this could even be Ground Rock. But I just not only is that way less of a unique typing, but also that's kind of dumb. I just wish that bone moves could hit flying types, man. That's such a stupid thing. They don't. It literally says in there. I'm pretty sure that he says in the deck just they use it to hit like Mandibuzz or something. Hold on. Yeah, it throws bones at Mandibuzz to knock it down. Like this literally could be so perfect if they just made the bone moves have Smackdown effect. I tried assigning it, but it doesn't bypass the immunity versus the moves like Heavy Slam and Hammer Arm, which I also assigned the Smackdown effect to, work because Flying type doesn't have immune to those moves. That out of the way. Ground typing, I mean, all of these say that it uses it like a weapon, it fights, it's ground vicious, and yeah, you could say, oh, ground dark. Sure, but ground dark is a unique typing. We have Crocodile and others. Do we have others? Or is it just Crook? Huh. My brain is too tired to think right now, guys. I'm sorry. I literally just woke up like an hour ago and I haven't taken my medication yet. And I'm a sleepy guy, man. But I really wanted to record this video because honestly, I was super excited. I wish I had recorded this as soon as I finished. This is really nice music. Very calming. I put this on loop. Nah, whatever. I thought I'd change. Um, okay, typing out of the way. I hope you guys vibe with it. It's a good change, man. Super great stab, super cool typing, unique, grown tough, tempered and hardened. Spirit is not easily broken. Like it literally just sounds like fighting types descriptions. Avenge its parent. More vicious, faces its opponents bravely using it as a weapon. Yes, a lot of Pokemon use weapons, but I think fighting typing fits their personality very well and their physical attributes. So that's out of the way. Other controversial thing, Totem Marowak. So a really interesting thing that I've been doing is all of the Totem Pokemon, Totem sized Pokemon are separate in the files, which means I can give them unique stats where the other ones. Here they are. Um, and so I actually changed the evolution method. If those of you who have been keeping up with the sheets might notice, Totem Eradicate is different now. So not only did I change the stats a little bit, I just made it less. Basically it's much slower. This is not a Eradicate change guide, but I'm still just gonna cover this quickly. It's much slower, which is a big up change, but it's much more HP because it's bigger. It's huge. I mean, he's already a fat fucking chonker, so 80 health on him is good, even though he's actually pretty tiny. But then, you know, totem size is super big, so he's got a lot of HP. So you basically got a choice. Strange Souvenir is located in Mali City. It's not shoppable, so you can't buy it in the Pokemon anymore, the 50 Mega Mart, because there's no space in the Mega Mart. I have way too many items to put in the game to have room. So you get a strange souvenir in LA City. So at level around level, I'd say probably early 30s, you can actually choose, hey, do I want to evolve this into a totem form instead? So in Raticate's case, you're gonna have to either wait a long ass time or just get another one if you're not doing a Nuzlocke, I guess. Um, so it's a good. The way I like to do it is I don't want the totem to be strictly a better Pokemon. For example, in Eradicate's case, it's slower, but it's bulkier. It's a pretty simple change. But there's going to be a lot of others totems where there's actually like significant differences, possibly even type differences, probably not though, but like significant difference in terms of abilities and potentially moves. Oh crap, I gotta add a little. Sorry, the formatting got screwed up. Oh wait, no, it didn't. I'm just so used to this being, yeah, it's funny. They had so many goddamn TMs that I had to make it 3 lines. But yeah, that's kind of, you might look at this and say, oh, well, Total America is just better because it has higher stats. That is not the case. That's far from the case. Reason number one, it loses Technician and it gains Lightning Rod, which I will cover their abilities in a second. But just reason, I just want to get that out of the way. People might look at this and be like, oh, why is Totem Marowak so strong? It's so much stronger. Why would you not just use Totem Marowak? Because you lose Technician, and that's a huge loss. I'll cover it a little bit now, but two things. Number one, Totem Marowak is mixed. So one of the things about the Totem Pokemon is that's really fun for me is I can kind of use them as like a draft version of the actual Pokemon. So that doesn't sound right, but what I'm trying to say is like I can use it to decide what to do with the Pokemon. So for example, I wanted Marowak to be mixed, but the base total number one, base total is not nearly high enough to do that to justify it being mixed. And number two, Cantonian is not mixed, and so I would have to make their base stat totals equal, in my opinion. And in order, then I would have to, then their other stats would suffer. So it's not feasible. So I'd have to just suck it up. And yes, I know we have Chandelure, special attacker, but I still think it's really cool to have the mixed option with Totem Marowak, especially because it doesn't need to hold an item. Sorry, it doesn't need to hold Big Club if it's running special. So I'll cover the usage in a little bit, but I guess logically the reason it has that is number one because I wanted it to. Number two, the other change is it has more HP. So yes, you get slightly bulkier. You get 15 more HP and you get more special attack, but you lose Technician, and that is a huge loss. And also you might have to wait a little bit because they've level 32, and I believe that I don't know the exact leveling yet, but it'll probably be around Olivia and Plumeria before you beat the final trial of Kala. So you're gonna have to not evolve your Cubone for that fight, which actually might be better if you're getting for a Alola anyways. You might want to use a Violite Cubone for that fight anyways. But my point is, it has another drawback there. But major drawback is no Technician. I'll cover their abilities again in a second. But uh, baby Cubone has 30, pretty fitting ability. Um, Useful, especially with pinch berries in the early game. And setup moves in the early game. That kind of stuff, very useful ability. And it's just good to, even for totems, because you don't evolve until 32 now because it's much stronger. So yeah, Cubone, I have to get my damage calc out. Hold on. Cubone is strong, man. Like 50 attack doesn't sound great, but that's with huge power. That's as strong as a Azumarill without an item. Azumarill's not on the docks. What am I doing? Did I tap Azumarill somewhere? Anyways, guys, sorry, I'm getting really sidetracked. But point is, it's just you guys know how strong Azumarill is in real games. Oh Jesus! Oh, my plushies fell. I gotta fix that. Oh damn it, that sucks. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's Marowak for you guys. In terms of why it's special attacking. Also, I feel like the totem aura or whatever kind of justifies it. Like, oh yeah, Alola is like connected to the Cosmos Light or whatever bullshit you wanna say, and it's like a tribal dancer. So I think him like summoning spiritual energy from his dances is pretty fitting for totem size because he's bigger and he's totem. So like totem is connected to Alola. Alola is connected to the energy of the totem aura, like the boost that they get in the battles. So it fits. Also, the actual Totem Marowak fight will be special because Jesus Christ, 80 attack with the club would be absolutely overpowered. I know that technically actual Marowak and Sun and Moon has that, but he has garbage moves and and a bunch of other flaws. Also, you can just knock it off, which is a tutor now, and well, it always was a tutor, but it's an earlier tutor, and I don't want you to be able to just click knock off and fucking remove, like completely destroy the totem in one turn. So I prefer special. Um, Also can intimidate it, but anyways, I'm getting really ahead of myself. My point is that's why it's special. So if that seems weird to you, I'm sorry, but I'm keeping it. I think it's really cool. And also, I wanted Marowak to be able to use like fiery dance because the whole totem, the trial, they dance around it, the dancer. I wanted them to be able to use fiery dance and other dance moves as well, and they cannot abuse that with 50 base special attack. And again, I also want them to be able to use sets without an item. Sorry, without Thick Club, because as amazingly powerful as Thick Club is, like don't get me wrong, it's fucking insane how strong it is. Especially with all of the buffs I gave them and the moves. It's still kind of a downside because you're gonna want super effective weakening berries. You're gonna want assault vest. You're gonna want a billion other items that you're gonna need them for battles. Sometimes you might need to live a certain hit. You might need to counter a certain Pokemon. You might need to use a choice scarf to outspeed it, which is really useful on them. Which would be great on them actually if they could keep the 80 base attack ×2 with the speed. But that's the balance. That's why they're balanced. So the beautiful thing is, yeah, Cubone is sturdy technician. So technician, I want to actually explain the logic first, and then I'll explain the usage after. So technician uh, throws the bone skillfully. It's using a tool in general. Technician is typically, they're literally using tool. And so using, what is this fucking song? Yeah, that's better. All right, just take some of my water. Yeah, technician. I think it fits really well. I mean, it literally says like it's using bones as like weapons and stuff. So I don't like this song either. What even is this? So now my playlist goes to BKC's playlist. uh, okay, that's actually fitting because it's Kanto right now. Anyways, Kanto Pokemon. I was gonna put on Kanto Lo-Fi. I like to do the generational Lo-Fi for the generations, but the playlists are very limited on those, and I don't. I'd rather have unique music for you guys. But yeah. Oh, did I share audio? Yeah, well, if I didn't share audio, then that's tough. I'll just share audio next video. Sorry if I'm not sharing audio. This is totally a waste of your time, but the such music. So that out of the way. Sturdy Technician. Technician is fucking great. So Cubone again is just as strong as like a Zumbaril with Thick Club. It has a 66% chance to hold Thick Club, 2/3 chance because that's the max chance I can make something hold something in the wild. I can't make it 100%. So 2/3 chance to hold Thick Club. It's pretty good. Just catch another one or thief one or something if you can't get one. Even if you're doing it as luck, I don't think it's anything wrong with just catching another one. Even if you like only use the first one, but just catch another one to get a Thick Club if you need it. Or actually, Covet is also a move tutor, so you could just use that. Anyways, yeah, super fucking great, man. Technician with Bone Rush. So I changed all of their bone moves to be signature, or to be better, sorry. So Bone Rush is no longer multi-hit, which actually would be good too in this case with Technician. But I figured they already have Bone Meringue for Technician, and so this is much more fun. So Bone Rush is priority. The animation fits really nicely. I checked. 50 base power, +1 priority. Freaking amazing, man. Ground type priority, only ground type priority move in the game. Just a really, oh, sorry, only physical ground type move priority. Obviously, they have special gods have a mud shot, but that's beside the point. Uh, Really great, man. They have bone rush for hitting things really quickly. Because yes, I buff their speed a lot because they look pretty agile. Like they don't look slow. Maybe Cubone kind of could be slow, but like Marowak, like it's not heavy. It's just he's an agile little bone throwing guy, and then Ola Marowak definitely looks agile. Um, and they're not like speed tiers, but they have usable good speed tiers, given how goddamn strong they are, and they also have pretty solid bulk. Um, so lower HP because they're not super big. HP is based on size now, more so than usual. Slightly buff defense. So the difference stat-wise besides the totem form is that Kanto Marowak has more defense, although Marowak has more speed, which might just seem like a better trade-off, but the dual stab combos, stab bone rush, stab bone meringue. I mean, dude, stab bone meringue is fucking insane with Thick Club. I'm actually going to cover their ability usage now. So I've given them a bunch of new coverage. It's going to take way too long to cover it all, but as you can see, plenty of fighting stat, plenty of coverage moves, plenty of great moves here. Technician wise though, they have, I'm going to cover Headstrong after, but first Technician because that's what a Q1 also has. So Q1 early game, really you had to strong with Bone Rush, Bulldoze, Rock Tomb, Grass Knot, because early game Pokemon are pretty light, so Grass Knot will be which is also physical now. Those of you who don't remember, um, because they're tripping the Pokemon, so physical damage just makes sense. Um, yeah, it's and also because I wanted it to be like a parallel to low kick. Both of them drop speed as well, so it's kind of you'll be doing lower base power early game because Pokemon are light, so that is buffed by Technician as well usually. Low kick, same story. Knockoff is always 90 now because I buffed. I nerfed it to 60, but that's actually a buff for Technician Mon because it becomes 90 consistently. It doesn't double. It doesn't become 135. It's just 90 each time. So that's really good. Acrobatics. I'm not expecting you to use your item. Fling your thick level right now. I'm not expecting that. But acrobatics becomes 75 base power by Technician, which is decent flying coverage, and I think it fits their whole vibe of like being dancers or swinging their bone around. I think acrobatics is nice. Other acrobatics option. I don't like this one either. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's. What even? All right, it's good enough. Technician's great, like I said. Other options. Bone Rush is staple on Kanto Marowak. Staple, absolutely. When you evolve, you get Mach Punch. So when you evolve from Cubone, you get dual stab priority on all forms. So Kanto form already had Bone Rush, so they don't need to worry about that. And they're not special, so they don't need to worry about special moves, which is why they have so many more level up moves as a Alolan because they need special moves, and Cantonian does not. Um, so they both get priority, and they both get reliable healing and set amend or Moonlight. Moonlight being because they evolve same. So the reason they get all these moon moves is because they literally evolve at nighttime, and they're a ghost. Uh, and so moves like Moonlight, Moonblast, and Lunar Dance fit very well, in my opinion. Um, what is this fucking terrible ass remix? This is nice. Anyways, um, yeah, they are just really fucking strong. Let me actually just show you guys. I mean, I'm sure you guys know how strong the Club Marowak is, but that's before I got the dual stab and the speed boost and the move pool and the goddamn technician boost. Oh god, technician boost is nuts. So 284 times two. Oh crap, hold on, I did the wrong stat. I gotta do speed so I can see the number. 568. That's 209. 209 base attack at max. So fucking yeah, insane with ground fighting stab, or ghost fire stab. And 90 or 95 speed is not winning any awards, but it's good. You can use speed control, sorry, with like team support. You can use speed dropping moves. You can use um, rock polish is a speed boosting option. Agility is a speed boosting option. Rock polish is especially great because it boosts your accuracy as well, so you can use inaccurate moves reliably. In Marowak's case, it would be like Precipice Blade, Stone Edge, Megaton Kick. Uh, that's about it for now, I think, for base Marowak. But I don't have. Sorry, I have a Mystic order coming for like moving supplies, and they refunded my thing. Anyways, um, yeah, Technician's just fucking insane. Mach Punch, Bone Rush both become 75 base power. Actually, sorry, 68 and 75 base power respectively. Other way around. You know what I mean? Okay, Bone Rush is 50 turns 75. Mach Punch 45 turns to 68. Is this order on the way? What's going on? Okay, they checked out. All right, now I can focus. Yeah, before level 32, it has Wish as healing. It's just kind of funny because they want their mom to be back because their orphans get it. God. Um, SmackDown's a good option for their ground moves. Pretty strong. Not for Technician, sorry. I'm kind of all over the place right now. You guys can't tell, but it's been a while. Tech works with stat priorities. It works with all the moves I said earlier from TM list. What other TMs does it work with? Power Punch. Ooh, dude, stab Power Punch with Technician is absolutely amazing, dude. 75 base power plus one attack. Stab. All right, on top of your amazing attack already. Like that's just nuts. Again, priority is a great way to bypass your. It's not low speed, but your no, not amazing speed stat. You can really abuse the hell out of priority moves. Another great thing is First Impression, which is 60 base power, but it always crits now. And so that becomes 90 base power with Technician, and then it becomes 135 base power with the crit boost as well. So you get 2.25x boost to a First Impression, which is one of the reasons I made it a 60 base power crit move, because I think it's cool that Technician and Ruthless and all these other moves are boosted by it now. Abilities are boosted. Boost First Impression now. So First Impression is a great option for priority as well, on top of your dual stabs, on top of Sucker Punch. You could literally run all priority if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it maybe, but for certain situations it could totally work. You could totally just run like choice band priority and just kill shit. Sorry, choice band, what am I saying? Thick club. I'm gonna say thick club. I'm really tired, guys. Thick club priority and just kill shit. Other technician moves by level up. So dual stab, beat up, which is actually a pretty solid move, believe it or not. Especially with technician, it becomes pretty strong. If you have a full team of like strong physical attackers, you'll be doing a lot of damage, decent coverage. Early game, I learned it. You learn it early, so it's really good. Knockoff is a little bit more reliable, but you can guarantee beat up base power as long as you know the base stats of your Pokemon, which you have right in front of you. So beat up will probably be stronger in most cases, but knockoff, of course, from this item. So pick and choose. You got like a lot of utility stuff like Spikes, Wish, Leer, Memento, all this cool utility. Perish Song is great for like totems, especially. However, one of the best options you have a Technician. Here are the three best. So you have, besides, here, don't get me wrong. Oh, I know you also have Covet, which becomes 90 base power as well, and steals their item. I don't know if you would ever want to run no item, but Covet is just good fairy type coverage. It becomes 90 base power with Technician. So regardless, though, oh man, dude, Pummel and Rock Blast both become 25, 38 base power per hit, right? So that means you range from 37.5 rather. So you either at minimum you have so stab pummel, right? And then Rock Blast for coverage. So at minimum, you're doing 75 base power at minimum. And then it just goes from there. So it goes like 75 plus 37.5. 3 hits, 113 base power. I cannot do math. 150 and then 188. I'm slow. Yeah, so I'm really tired, guys. Yeah, 150 for 4 hits. 188 base power for 5 hits. Obviously, it's not consistent, but it's consistent in the sense that at worst, you're still getting 75 base power, which is good. Not amazing, but it's good. And you're, of course, hitting twice guaranteed, which means you bypass a lot of things like Sturdy, Multi-Scale, Energy Shield, Focus Sash, super effective berries, such as, like, in this case, it would be Tropple or, what is the rock one? I'm so charity. I'm really tired. Oh, God. Again, tons of good coverage besides Technician as well. So you're not always going to use a Technician, but early game, you probably will be. Besides, like as Cubone, you have Sturdy. Sturdy is useful, especially against totems. You can use like Sturdy plus, I don't know exactly, maybe Taunt or Sturdy Parting Shot. It's situational. Don't get me wrong. It's very situational, but it's really the only other option that Cubone would have that would be usable situationally. And of course, you can just use your infinite ability capsule and just boop, change it. So, oh crap, I'm fighting Totem or Aquanid. Let me just swap on Sturdy so I can at least get one hit in, that type of thing. Because you don't have the super effective bears at that point. So actually, that would be a really good example of why Sturdy is useful. Just to get a hit off. I want to Rock Tomb them, for example, and then lower their speed or something, and then Bone Rush and then die if you're not doing a Nuzlocke, sack them. And if you're doing a Nuzlocke, then you would probably just switch out, use Parting Shot. Sturdy Parting Shot would be pretty good. That being said, when they evolve, they get Headstrong, which is it prevents recoil. So technically it's unchanged from their original Rock Head. However, they have way, way, way more moves to abuse now, and that is beautiful. So Marowak. So the thing is, Technician is useful throughout the entire game. Headstrong is only useful once you get Wild Charge and Rock Climb TMs, and then once you learn Stab Takedown. Those will be your 3 Headstrong moves, and then you'll get Brutal Swing as their coverage, which is 125. So Takedown, Wild Charge, and Rock Climb are 110, and their recoil, which they do 20% recoil. Then you got, now they do 0% recoil, but you see my point, 110 base power. Then with Headstrong, you got Brutal Swing, which is 125 base power, dark coverage on Marowak, which is really useful, especially because they're fighting type now. That's great. And then you get absolute nukes, which are head smash, which is rock move, and but it's stronger than rock climb technically. But you drop your defenses still. So headstrong doesn't remove the defense lowering effect. It doesn't remove the close combat-esque effect. For those of you who don't know, so you're still getting your defenses drop, but man, 150 base power move. I mean, if you're running a speedy set, it's great. It's definitely worth the 40 base power boost over rock climb. However, rock climb is a TM and head smash is not. So pick your poison, or not poison, but pick your moves wisely, of course, until you get move relearner, which will be around the time you get head smash anyways, because it's end game. This will be around. This will be like late pony, early pony. This will be on Pony Island basically. You'll be level 60s when you get to Pony, most likely. Otherwise, you get the absolute nukes that are stab submission and stab headlong rush. Both of them are 150 base power. It's dual stab that give you 0 recoil. So, I mean, Jesus, man. So headstrong is really useful, especially because they're not that fast. So taking recoil is actually kind of an issue. Whereas if you're fast, you can just recoil and shit on things and not really worry about yourself as long as you know that you're not going to kill yourself from the recoil. Versus if you're slower, you're going to be taking a hit after. Like you have to take a hit first and then kill them with whatever move you're using if they're faster than you. You can't use Choice Scarf, which is a big issue, but that's why you have Bone Rush. That's why you have Mock Punch. That's why you have Pyro Dash and Shadow Sneak. And also, same thing. All the arguments that I said for Cubone and Marowak applies to Alola Marowak in terms of Technician usage. And has the same Technician moves because all the special moves are useless on Kanto Marowak. I mean, they're not useless. You could probably find a niche use for them, but overall, they're not great. You have dual stabs on both sides there. And you also gain, technician-wise, you gain Comet Punch over Kanto Marowak, which is just fairy type version of like Pummel. And Rock Blast, multi-hit fairy move, which is really good coverage as well. And then you get fucking, dude, like I have so much I still want to say about them, but I've covered Headstrong. You get all that coverage. So you get dual step and then you get rock. Sorry, you get rock, electric, and dark coverage, essentially. Dual step and a rock, electric, ground coverage for Headstrong, which is really great, man. That's fucking great. But Technician is not done being amazing because obviously you get Rock Blast and Pummel and priority moves and coverage moves, but you also at level 70 as Kanto Marowak get Bone Meringue, which is fucking insane with Technician. So a lot of people are like, oh, Bone Meringue is worse than Earthquake. Why would you ever use Bone Meringue? And then the train die would be like, oh, well, yes, it's minus 10% accurate, but it hits twice, which is useful in some applications, although Earthquake is more consistent. Now, the train die, you got the 50 base. Oh, that should actually. No, that's right. Sorry. 50 base power becomes basically you have 150 base power, 90% accurate move that hits twice and has a high flinch rate, 36% flinch rate, and there's no downside besides the accuracy. One of the best signature moves in the game in terms of like the way it correlates with their ability. Super fucking strong, man. Really strong. And it's cool because I mean their bone moves should be staples. Bone Rush is a staple. Bone Ring is a staple. Bone Club is a very useful move as well. Despite not being technician boosted, it's 85 base power and always drops their defense stat. Same goes for Shadow Bone. Shadow Bone is the exact same thing. I actually considered doing a lot of cool stuff with Shadow Bone. I considered making it have like a 30% burn chance. I considered making it drain HP, like that new move, Bitter Blade for Scarlet Violet. For those of you who are keeping up to date with that stuff. That was getting the Bitter Bone. That'd be kind of cool, but ultimately I ended up settling on just making it the same as Bone Club because now it's more consistent, first off, and second off, like the burn effect would be very consistent, and I can't have multiple ones, so I can't have a drop defense and burn at the same time. That's not possible in terms of coding moves. So yeah, again, Technician, same benefits, and that's why losing out on Technician is a big deal. However, that doesn't change. Like, okay, the reason you have a choice in the evolution, also the reason that I don't make them totem gifts is number one because there's not enough gift slots to put all the totem size Pokemon in, and number two, because I need to put more important Pokemon on those gift slots, Pokemon that don't fit elsewhere. But especially you have a lot of stuff to cover, but physically you as Alolan Marowak, not Totem Marowak, you have the same great stuff. You have Raging Fury, which is you have Power Up Punch still, of course. Like you still have Power Up Punch, but it's not stab anymore. But you have Raging Fury, which is essentially Power Up Punch, but bitter because you get the +1 attack and it becomes 75 base power with Technician, or if you're hit before you use it, it becomes 100 base power because it doubles instead of but I believe it wouldn't be technician boosted. I believe the move's effect is calculated before technician's boost, I believe. But if it's not, then that would be a fucking nuke. I mean, if they outspeed you, then you hit what 75 times 1.5 is I'm so tired. My brain is not working right now. I was just doing the math. It's like 113, right? 113. Yeah, 113. I know. I'm still decent with my math, even though I'm really tired right now. Um, and then on top of Bone Club and Shadow Bone, you also have Fire Lash. It's kind of a weird option, but I think it fits with their tail and their bow. And then also it's just cool to have dual stab clones or parallels of each other. So physical's great. I don't need to explain why Ghost Fire dual stab is great. As for Headstrong for Alolan, they lose the stab on submission and Headlong Rush, and they lose Brutal Swing because they don't need it because they're Ghost type and Ghost types almost never run Dark type coverage. Um, because Ghost is just a better offensive type overall. Um, obviously there's exceptions, but um, otherwise you have Overheat for a Totem Marowak with Headstrong on the special side for recoil moves, and then you have Flare Blitz, and then you have Blazing Assault, which is 150 base power version of it, or drops your defenses, which is a fucking nuke. And then you have the same moves, they're just not stab anymore. So you get submission headlong rush, and then ride wall charge and earthquake. Sorry, rock climb. You do have earthquake, obviously, but that was not what I was talking about. So yeah, just really fucking great recoil moves with headstrong. But again, headstrong is not a boosting ability. Headstrong is an ability that is beneficial, but you're not getting a power boost versus technician with stab moves, priority moves, technician with raging fury, technician with freaking rock blast, technician with pummel, technician with comet punch. You have the recovery moves here that are great. You have all these same moves I said earlier with low kick and grass knot and bulldozer and rock tomb, and it's just man, the list is just immense. Really great, really great move. You also have Shadow Punch, which is weaker, but it's much earlier than Shadow Bone, so that's a stronger physical. It's 80 base power, so it's strong. But eventually you will get Shadow Bone, and then you'll get Shadow Force. I ended up having to remove like the other physical ghost moves like Spectral Thief and them from their moveset because I did not have the room in the learn set, and I don't really need it because Shadow Bone is kind of just better than both of those in my opinion. Maybe not Spectral Thief, but Shadow Bone is probably overall better than Phantom Force because Shadow Force is stronger, but it drops your defense and it takes 2 turns, and Shadow Bone is just consistent and it becomes basically just as strong next turn. Also, I only have 2 minutes left, so I gotta hurry the fuck up because my food's about to be here. So special Totem Marowak, freaking great, man. You get all of this special coverage. Oh, plethora of special coverage. Headstrong on Totem. Also, don't keep in mind, Totem can still run physical. Like, yes, you can use Totem Marowak and just be a bulkier version, but losing out on Technician is a huge loss. Also, yes, Totem Marowak and Old Marowak still have Boomerang. It's just not stab anymore. Oh, and then one of the best technician options they have is Flame Wheel. Oof, man, Flame Wheel. 60 base power becomes 90 base power, right? That's good enough. Dude, that 90 base power gives you +1 speed each time consistently, which is just immense, absolutely immense. I mean, you can just, that's why it's so late game because it would be so overpowered otherwise. You get the +1 speed, 90 base power, stab move on the thick club 80 attack. It's just, it's nuts, man. You can even use like Flame Wheel plus Raging Fury or Flame Wheel plus Power Up Punch and just snowball out of control, Shadow Sneak as well. Tons of great moves, man. So great. Headstrong is also great, but Technician's, I wouldn't say better, but you're going to be switching between the two abilities pretty frequently, I would say. Meanwhile, Totem Marowak loses it because I think Lightning Rod is really cool for them. And I also want the Totem Battle fight to have Lightning Rod. And I also think that because it's special attacking, Lightning Rod is really useful. Being a Ghost Fire type, but immune to Lightning Rod, immune to Electric is a really unique set of attributes. So you're immune to Electric and Ghost and normal and fighting. So useful immunities. And you get the plus special attack boost. You can use it in double battles to support your teammates. You can hard swap Marowak in. So, I have my Gyarados in. I'm gonna hard my Pelipper in. I'm gonna hard swap into my Lightning Rod Pokemon and get the special attack boost. You can pretty easily lure electric type moves. Is my point. With the AI, because the AI just clicks super effective moves most of the time. And you can guarantee the special attack boost, which turns your usable and respectable 105 special attack to a huge boost. And so having these two options is really cool. And with Headstrong special sets, you just have Overheat only. But the beauty, guys, this is what I really have to emphasize is special Marowak. I've given it so many tools to be usable. So Fiery Dance gives you 100% special attack boost, guaranteed. Now, I actually have to add Marowak there. Hmm. I'll just leave it there. I was gonna move it to the general section because it's not that exclusive, but I can always move it later. Beautiful, man, absolutely beautiful. Um, just super strong. So the best things you have special sets besides Fire. So you get Fire Dance really early on. You get Moonblaster coverage. You get all the square coverage moves. But the real beauty is that you have Conjure for setup, which gives you +1 defense and +1 special attack, which is good. But the real benefit is Z Mind Reader, which gives you +3 special attack. So Z Mind Reader gives you +2 special attack, and then you can use Inferno or Inferno Parade, both of which are stab, 130 base power, 70% accurate, and burn, which is just super fucking useful with or without Mind Reader. And you can also just use those without Mind Reader if you wanted to. But I think Mind Reader combining, giving special attack boost, and then using those moves after is just an absolute nuke. And then you can use like priorities, spook and ignite with the plus special attack and just kill shit. Because Ghost Rider that was good, um, as Chandelure has proven. And then you have Lunar Dance, which is oh, Lunar Dance is essentially what Quiver Dance used to do now. So it gives you plus defense, special attack, and speed. Um, because they're a dancing Pokemon and they're a ghost type and they evolve at nighttime, and so I think Lunar Dance fits really well. The animation fits nicely, and they're giving themselves. They already have the respectable physical defense, good physical defense. Sorry, they have a good HP stat as Totem form. And then you have one of our special attack 80 speed F. 80 speed F becomes +1. Speed becomes +1. 95 bits +1 is super fast. So that's a really good option. Lunar Dance. You can use that really nicely. You can also use like Lunar Dance plus Headstrong Overheat and just kill shit. Or you can, of course, use Lightning Rod if they have electric type moves. Um, and of course, Ability Capsule. Swap it out on offense you need it. Physical moves. Swap those on offense you need them as well. I would probably only really evolve my. I would personally only evolve my Cubone into Totem Marowak if I have like a modest Cubone or something. Like if I got a modest Cubone or my Cubone has shit special attack IVs and sorry, physical attack IVs and really good special attack IVs, I would probably evolve into Totem Marowak. But of course, there's always other exceptions. Like, oh, I need a special attacker right now. Let me use Totem Marowak. So it's a good choice. It's good to have the freedom to choose. Um, Also, Z Spectrify gives you +1 all stats and turns them into a ghost type, making them weak to ghost unless they're a normal type, or they resist, making them either weak or neutral to ghost unless they're normal type. So it adds a ghost type to their typing, which is really useful as well. But the main point of it is the +1 all stats, so you can use that and then just get super bulky and super fast and super strong. You can't really use that with physical sets because you're using a Z crystal. So that's another benefit of special sets is they have Z-Spectrify, Z-Mind Reader, and Lunar Dance. Those are the three main draws. And of course, you also have Nasty Plot and Calm Mind, and arguably better coverage on the special side. Mm, the only better, actually, no, it's not better coverage. It's actually pretty much identical coverage. Um, but that's good because it has great coverage on the physical side. So great coverage overall, great Pokemon overall. I've been taking way too long. This is probably one of the longest change videos because number one, I have to cover like 5 Pokemon technically, and number two, because I'm just really tired. I hope I'm recording. I'm not recording. I am. Okay, good. I was gonna, yo, guys, I was gonna be really upset if I wasn't recording. Yeah, that's about it for the usage. My food is actually here now, so I have to hang up and leave this as is. But I think I just about covered everything. Super fun, super strong, really usable mons, man. Super cool. Marowak is really fun to use now.